Hey everybody, it's Holly
And Heather.
and welcome to a very special Everything Elvis edition. It's special why? Because we're back. We're back with our new old set. Christmas is over. We're devastated. We don't have our beautiful blue and white Christmas tree behind us. And also, it's exciting as you can tell by our shirts. Tomorrow is the Queen's 80th birthday. If you don't know who I'm meaning Queen Dolly Parton. So, y'all, we have lots to talk about today. We're still reeling from all of our excitement of Elvis's birthday celebration. You know, we did a few lives and reactions and recaps here and there during the week. We did a little farewell, but we told y'all then that we were going to be coming back with our in-depth recap. That's what today will be. And we're saving all of Heather's Hall for its own show. So next week, we'll be doing Heather's Hall. And when I say there's a mountain of stuff, there's a mountain of stuff.
She says that every time. It's not that bad.
Heather.
It's not that bad.
We've got it. Heather, I'm proud of Heather. She's got it all set up beside her, ready to go for next week. But this week, we're going to touch on the highlights, answer questions if you guys have any questions about anything. We've been posting a ton of videos this week, pictures, you name it. And we still have more. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I say Heather Norman has got a camera full or a phone full of videos and pictures, we're just going to keep the Elvis birthday celebration love going. Plus, we've got a couple of exciting announcements. You might have seen them. I posted about them a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that. And, of course, we all want to wish Dolly a happy birthday, so we'll do that as well. So, Heather.
Yes.
What's going on?
Hey, everybody. Still reeling from the amazingness of birthday and all the great events and shows and people and time that we had at birthday, just trying to, catch up on sleep and life and work and kind of get back to it and everything.
And we haven't.
I know. Seriously.
Do y'all ever have that too? Like, I feel like there's two kinds of people. So there's people that like clean their house real good and have everything spick and span so that when they come back from a trip or a vacation, it's calm and everything's orderly. Then there's those people that literally pack last minute, clothes and toiletries and everything is thrown about all through the house. And you just come back to chaos. That's us.
Yeah. That's me. I have like a couple of different friends and literally, yes, they like clean their house spotlessly before they go on any kind of vacation or trip. Cause they're like, when we get back, we want to just come back to like a clean house and not have to worry about any of that. And then just unpacking our suitcase. No, when Holly and I go on a trip, especially me, Holly's not that bad, but me, when we come back, it is literally like a department store, dump truck, I don't know what else. Literally a hurricane happened in our house, threw up in our house. Like we literally came back from birthday week and y'all know me. I am also the worst packer because number one, I wait till the last minute. Number two, I can never decide what I'm taking. So then I'll just take everything. Like I'll be like, okay, I only need 5 shirts and 5 pants. And I'm like, but I kind of like this. What if I want this? So then I end up taking like 20 shirts and 20 pants. But then in the meantime, I also go through my entire closet to decide what I do want to take. And then I just throw everything. And then I also go out and buy stuff because I'm like, well, now I need a new shirt for this, or now I need a new something, or they've seen me in this. And I'll go to the store and buy a bunch of stuff and, try it on at home because I hate trying on stuff in stores.
I do too.
I'll try it on at home and then I'll just take back, what I didn't like or what didn't fit or work. But all of that will just be like thrown all over my room, all over the couch, all over the kitchen. Nightmare. Nightmare.
And then I had to go straight home to see Daddy in Pal. So I literally just got back last night and I was like, I got back to the house. So I'm spending the next couple of days really deep cleaning our Elvis Palooza house. It looks like Elvis threw up in here because when I say we've got Heather's Hall, we've got a gazillion Elvis t-shirts and stuff laying around. It's a hot mess express, but
and I'm not going to lie. I've not taken down 1 ounce of my Christmas stuff.
I'm going to do that this week too, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Man.
Like all my Christmas stuff is still downstairs up beautifully. But I was still so excited when I came home and there it still was. I was like,
So true.
I love it. I love it.
So true.
But yeah, we're going to talk about birthday because it was fantastic. Thank you all for joining us. If you had the opportunity to, and again, we do have a lot of videos and photos and stuff we're going to still be posting over the next, couple of weeks and stuff. Cause I don't want to bombard y'all too much. I could literally post something like every other hour or every couple of hours each day, but I'm like, whoa, I don't want to bombard everybody. So we are going to continue the birthday love, but hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did. I know that we added a ton of you during this birthday celebration. So thank you all. For joining us. If you are brand new, we appreciate you and we welcome you to our Elvis Bestie community and family. You're in for some good times and
some adventures.
A lot of Elvis. Yeah, some epic adventures and a lot of Elvis. And those of you that have been with us, thank you. We appreciate the continued love and support and everything. And all your messages and your comments have been so great. So we appreciate that. But yeah, it was such a good one in so many ways. So I guess are we just going to delve in and kind of like,
I wish now I had my itinerary because it's such a whirlwind.
I was going to say maybe pull it up on one of our iPads.
Let me see my stuff.
While you're doing that, I'll say hello to some people.
Okay, do that. Let me look.
Hello, Pam Lola. I don't know why I started to say just Pam.
I was like, Pam Lola. Pam Lola.
Yeah. Y'all, I need to catch up on sleep. Literally, there has not been time to catch up on sleep. Hello, Pamela. Penny, hello. Thank you. Always great to see you on here. Elaine, hello. Oh, she says it snowed in Connecticut. Hope you didn't get snow there. So far, no.
Yeah.
And I will also say that was a highlight of birthday celebration this year is once again, kind of like the lighting ceremony in November, birthday weather was great. I mean, I will say it did rain. It did rain a couple of nights, which deterred our Graceland After Dark, but we snuck it in. We snuck it in there at the end. But it did rain, but the weather was so warm and so nice. We didn't even have to wear a jacket until the very last day.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. And then, of course, this week, the weather took a dive and has been really cold.
Yes.
So I'm like, thank goodness that this week wasn't, birthday week.
Yes.
But anyway,
I'm trying to look at our
let's
schedule.
see. Linda, hello. Hope you're doing well. Barbara, hello. Jennifer, hey, y'all. Good to see you. And it was so great to see you at birthday. Tisa, good Sunday morning to you. Eva, Marion, how are you all doing? Oh, thank you, Barbara. She says, hey, y'all. I love all the videos. Wendy, happy Sunday. Hope things are going well for you in this new year. And if you see Gordon anytime soon, tell him we said Happy New Year.
And that we miss him.
Yes, I know. Sarah, hello. Happy Sunday to you. Emily, how are you? Colleen, good morning to you. Eva, thank you for the stars. We appreciate that.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now I'm looking, and I know I had.
Hello, Lisa.
I can't find them.
Thank you, Wendy. She says her Christmas is all up too, still.
I'm telling you.
Hello, Teresa. Iris, hello. How are you? Priscilla, hello from a rainy, miserable Scotland.
Oh,
It's 5:30 p.m. in Scotland.
Whoa.
Hello, Priscilla. Thank you
That's
for joining
crazy.
us.
Well, I can't find it. I'm just going to have to go to the
Hey,
official
Brenda.
site. Hold on.
Hope you're doing well. Tammy, hello. She loved birthday week. I know. Pamela says it was an amazing birthday week.
It really was. And like I say, we were
Adrian.
kind of thinking, how's this one going to be? Because we're leading up, we still got a year to go before the 50th. They didn't hold out though. This was one of my favorite birthday weeks.
It was mine too. And I heard a lot of people saying that.
I did too.
Like as
I
we
did
were
too.
waiting in line for shows or events or the bathroom. You hear a lot of conversation waiting on the bathroom.
Yeah, but people, if you're conversing in a stall
Yes.
or out, no, I should say if you are conversing by the sinks, you never know who's in a stall, so you better be careful.
Yeah.
True. All right, hold on.
But yeah, I heard a lot of people commenting that, it was a really good birthday. This one was 4 days long, which I feel like the past birthdays have been like 3.
Maybe. Well, we had to squeeze in an epic.
Or no, wait a minute. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. This doesn't feel right or sound right. I really need to get some sleep. This one was 5 days because it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this one was 5 days. Normally it's 4 days. So
I'm just gonna have to go off the cuff here because now
we got an extra
off the site.
Oh, really?
I think they have.
So we got an extra day in there. You don't have my little screenshot of my schedule I sent you.
I think I have it. Oh, wait.
Weird.
Well, I might have it in your text.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But anyway, so this one was like a day longer. But yeah, it was like such a good flow of shows and events, and such a good cast of characters that we'll talk about in the shows and stuff. But yeah, it was so much fun. So Holly's gonna look up the schedule. But first and foremost, we want to start off with our birthday week because ours was really long. Because we actually went down on Monday, and we spent some time with our good friends Vicky and Dwight Eisenhower. And on Monday, we did a part 2 interview with Dwight from the guest house, and it was so good. Did you all love the interview? Yes. I loved it. I mean, Holly and I love Dwight. He is so just funny and has such great stories and such a great charisma and energy about him. And I loved our first interview, but I loved this one so like even more.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, because I thought all 3 of us this time were, super comfortable with each other. And I thought the conversation and the interview flowed so well.
Yes.
I thought, I don't know. I just thought it was really great.
Dwight was I won't say guinea pig, but Dwight was our very first guest interview.
He'll always be the first.
And so now we think we've got the hang of it. We're just going to start interviewing people right and left. We may just go down the street and interview somebody.
But it was such a fun, good interview. I mean, again, if you didn't catch it, go back and watch it. Holly is or has already uploaded it, I think, to YouTube because Facebook is doing that crazy thing. Where they're taking Facebook lives off after 30 days.
And let me say a little something about that for everybody, because they are what you're probably going to start seeing, and it may be weird at first, but what I'm going to try to do is, since Facebook does take lives down, like all of our little Sunday lives here, after 30 days, they go away. Now, I do have them on YouTube, and they stay forever on YouTube, but for my Facebook peeps, I think I'm going to re-upload them like the next day. So we'll do like a Sunday live, but then maybe Sunday night or Monday, I'm going to re-upload it as a video. That way it stays forever. That way, if you're like scrolling back through, it's not going to disappear. Because I think it's weird. I'm always scrolling back through people's content and it'll be like, content not available. And I'm like, they must have been doing a live. So for the future, if you happen to see this again, don't think you've missed out, or or you might want to rewatch it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we will be doing that.
Yeah. But the interview was so much fun. You have to go back and listen to it just alone, and I won't even give details. You have to go back and listen to it just for the Bob's Chicken Palace story alone,
and also the Elvis book. That's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
Those were my 2 favorite parts.
Yes. But that kicked off our birthday week and my birthday, because we got to do the interview on my birthday, which was so great. And Vicky and Dwight are the sweetest and the cutest. They brought me the most beautiful orange, corally orange roses.
Vibrant.
And it was so sweet of them, but they were such beautiful flowers, and Holly and I put them in our room and enjoyed them all week. And it did. Every morning I got up, it brightened my day, and made me happy. But yeah, and then continuing on to Hernando's Hideaway on Tuesday, we had the chance to go back there to enjoy 2 incredible shows by Dwight. The first one was his Elvis, and man, did he look and sound good. I was like, wow. And then we were so excited to get to see his Memphis debut of his Lonesome Cowboy Strangers, which is his country band, where they do traditional country, and they did some great traditional country songs.
Yes.
I mean, they were like whipping them out right and left, and I was like, I love this one. This is so great. So 2 fantastic shows.
And I hope he does that again during Elvis week at Hernando's, maybe, because it's just such a nice change. Like, don't get me wrong, I love all the Elvis shows, but on occasion, just to like spice things up with something a little bit different is always so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let's see.
That was day 2.
Yeah, that was day
technically
2.
for us.
And then boy, oh boy, did I love John Daly's this year. I mean, I always love John Daly's. Y'all know that's one of my highlights. And that's one of our highlight videos for a lot of you all, is, going to John Daly's, EP Boulevard Pawn Shop, birthday bash over at the Holiday Inn, and, getting to see all the treasures and stuff he's collected. And it was like so much this year. And it was like so nicely organized and set up. And it, like, when we walked in, it was crazy because literally primarily all the stuff that John had this year was from just 2 people's collections.
2.
Like, he had gone on 2 treasure hunts, whatever you want to call it, picking Elvis picking adventures this year. And those were like the 2 collections. It was crazy. It was so much goodness. I was just like in awe.
Yeah.
And so that was a great way. I was excited that we got to kick off actual birthday week with going to John Daly's, because usually we don't get to go the first day, and right at the beginning. Oh, wait a minute, we did our sneak peek.
Yeah, we did a sneak peek too, and it was the first time we got to. He always does a sneak peek, and we're never there because we usually just get in right as birthday week's going to officially start. So since we were there a couple days early, which we might have to start doing that, because I loved the sneak peek. It was so much fun, and I'm telling y'all, when you see something, because you know me. I'm always trying to wrangle this one in, but there's one special item that y'all don't know about yet, and it's not the world doll, because everybody knows about your world doll.
But which one did I get? You don't know that. Haha.
We've had some sleuths.
I know.
Well,
if you were at birthday week, you know which one I got. But
she got something that's really, really special. Like, I cannot wait till next week to show you.
I mean, I'm excited to show y'all all of it. But I always love John Daly's because it is like a treasure hunt for me. It's like my American Pickers. I'm like digging through everything, picking up everything, looking at everything. And so that was fantastic. And then to kick off birthday week, we went to a dance party with Argo over at the Soundstage. Was fun.
It really was.
They had Elvis on the big screen as well. Like, Argo was like, DJing it up, playing the Elvis tunes, but then they also had Elvis on the big screen, and he would like, sing the like songs and stuff, so you could like dance and everything. And
I loved it because a lot of the songs he was playing on the videos were from movies that I haven't seen. So they were kind of like newer videos and or songs of Elvis dancing and just looking cute. So I can't wait till I finish all 30 plus movies. That's going to be really awesome. And then well, another thing, back to the dance party, that was a sad day, and poor Argo did a fabulous job, because we all know about Big Jim Sykes passing away. Argo, still a trooper, carried the show like a pro, and it was just a great. They really made it even more special, because it was just like you could really tell the Elvis community spirit and love for one another. I mean, Heather took like a little small video of everybody out there during If I Could Dream holding hands. Like, they made a circle.
The American Trilogy,
the American Trilogy. They made a circle and everybody was like holding hands and sweet. I mean, it was the sweetest thing. So that was just a really special dance party.
Yeah. Yeah, that did put a little damper on birthday week, the unexpected sudden passing of Big Jim Sykes. But, he loved Elvis so much, and he did such an incredible job of, bringing Elvis's music and legacy to the world through his radio programs and shows and stuff, that I know he was there in spirit, and I know that he would want, birthday week to have continued, and, people to celebrate and honor him and Elvis. So that's, exactly kind of what happened.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody just, really, and it was really sweet too, and sad. I told Holly because there was one time that she and I were going through the complex. And Sirius Radio, Elvis Sirius Radio is inside the complex. Their little like booth is inside the Elvis Presley's Memphis complex. And as we walked by one day, they had a whole bouquet of roses and flowers sitting in Big Jim's chair.
Oh, that was a really special. I should just get a picture of that.
I know.
Really special.
I know, it was special. And then the birthday night, because birthday kicked off on the 7th this year, leading into Elvis's birthday. So we did again the annual bell ringing in and wishing Elvis a happy birthday right at midnight at the gates of Graceland with John Daly and everybody. It was a great turnout.
It was a great turnout. And I'm telling you what, this event, it's not associated in any way with Graceland or the official week, but it is a tradition on its own. A lady that I can never remember her name, but if you watch the video, John says her name. She started it years ago. John has carried on the tradition, and it is such a wonderful thing. It's quick, it's brief, but it's so meaningful. It's free. You just literally come down. Next year, bring your bell.
Yeah.
Usually John brings the bell, but he said, bring your bell next year. But we bring Elvis bells and just, he says a little speech. We sing happy birthday to Elvis and then just kind of like stand around for a little bit. And it's just really fun. And hopefully if you watch the video, you got to be, it's like you're getting to be one of the first people to wish Elvis a happy birthday right there at like 12:01.
Yeah. And the bells are really nice this year.
I know, I'm keeping mine forever.
Yeah. Actually, I'll show them to you all as part of the haul next week. We'll show you the
Good
bells. I don't know what I did with them.
Holly, I like to thank Holly. Literally, one day, I don't even know why. Our house.
Yeah, but we had I guess we put the bells in the cars or something, but I guess one of them was in the floorboard and she didn't want it to get broken. So where does she put it? In my tote bag. In my Elvis era tote bag that I was carrying around all week. And I literally went an entire day and I just kept hearing this weird jingling in my bag. And I kept being like, what is that? And then I kept thinking it was the keys and I would move them. And then I thought it was the ring on my strap. And I was like, and then finally I mentioned it to Holly and she goes, oh, it's probably that bell that I put in there. I was like, dadgummit. So I'm reaching down in my tote bag. There it was. Mystery solved. But anyway, so yeah, that was always a great kickoff to birthday. And then of course, the proclamation. How about that cake, y'all? How about that epic cake?
Awesome.
Yeah. And proclamation was good this year because the rain held off for the proclamation and it was nice weather.
It actually was.
It was not cold. For once, we were not bundled up, me holding my camera with my hand shaking and then frozen to my selfie stick. Yeah, it was so fantastic. Mm-hmm. And all the speakers were speakers and brief. Yeah. I thought they were all very meaningful. Yeah. Jerry Schilling said a little something. And I loved kind of what he said because he was talking about how he met Elvis when Elvis was 19. And then this was Elvis's 91st birthday. And he was talking about how, that kind of, struck him because Elvis was so into numbers and numerology and everything like that. And he's like, I thought that was very interesting that I met Elvis when he was 19 and here he would be turning 91.
That is really
I loved that. I thought Joel gave a great emotional little, speech and stuff. And of course, the mayor and everything. So it was a great birthday proclamation. And then, of course, we always enjoy our cake and coffee over at Vernon's.
Yes.
Always enjoy that.
I know. And I hope y'all appreciate Heather's up close cake video because when I say it took her 30 tries.
Well,
it took her 30 tries.
Well, I always I love it. I love to have the video because I like to go back and see it and then post it from year to year. And then I know a lot of you all love it. And the cakes are always so beautiful.
They are. And you really
and they're so
detailed.
Yeah. That I'm just a picture doesn't do it justice. So I always want to do a video for y'all. But yeah, it's so hard because after they have the cake on the lawn of Graceland at the proclamation, they literally bring it over to Vernon's and then set it up so that people can see it up close and enjoy it. But yeah, people are always, again, wanting to see it, look at it, wanting to take their own pictures and videos. So it is so hard to get in there and get the full video. And then there's so many windows at Vernon's. Yeah. The lighting was weird. So yes, Holly was literally no, I was over there with her coffee.
I was there enjoying my third cup of coffee because I was I'm staying out of the maestro's way. Heather has to video it just, very particularly. And I sometimes will get caught in the shot and she'll be like, you've just ruined the video. You got caught in the shot. Mm-hmm. So I was just back there enjoying my coffees and chit-chatting with people.
Yeah. And then we went to a great conversations. Again, these events are always fantastic to go to and attend because, the guest lineup is always great. Yes. It's always people that knew Elvis, worked with him, personal friends. Mm-hmm. I mean, it can be anybody. It's been everybody through the years. It's been, musicians, girlfriends, producers, co-stars, everything. And this year, I loved all the guests.
I did too.
So let's see, they had Jerry Sheff, which was, Elvis's bassist. What a funny guy.
Cute.
What a
super
funny guy. They had Jim Murray and Terry Blackwood of the Imperials. Mm-hmm. And I have fallen in love with old Jim Murray.
I'm telling you, what
Y'all,
a great guy.
he is the sweetest, and he comes out looking so dapper. Like he came out in this like cute little like, what do you call those caps? I know they have a specific name.
Is it a page boy?
No, but he had like this little like jeweled pin on it, and he had this like little vest on. I was like, he is looking so dapper. And he just has such a sweet
aura.
Yeah, energy and like about him. Kind of like Estelle. It's how I always loved little Estelle.
Yes.
He's always so sweet. And then y'all, Tony Brown was stinking hilarious.
Highlight, bring him back. Loved it.
I mean, Tony Brown was hilarious. If you all don't know Tony Brown, get to know Tony Brown because he is a legend here in Nashville.
Yes.
You know, like Tony Brown, he started out as a musician. He's a great piano player. And he played with The Voice, which was Cheryl Nielsen and the backing, backed Elvis, but they were the group that would come out and open some of Elvis's concerts and stuff. And then he played after Glendy Harden left. Tony Brown stepped in and played with Elvis like the last year or so. But he's a great piano player, but he's known here in Nashville for being an incredible producer. And we're talking about, y'all, he has produced the best of the best. I mean, as much as I love Elvis, like Elvis is my guy, when it comes to country music, and I love a lot of artists, but Holly can tell you, I love me some George Strait.
Yes, that is her king of country.
I love me some George Strait. He's produced pretty much everything George Strait's ever done.
Like 55 plus #1 hits, the most ever. I mean, I think George has more than Garth Brooks or anybody.
Yeah. I mean, like he's produced pretty much everything that he's done. He's worked with Reba a ton, Vince Gill, Winona. I mean, like a list of who's who. And so he is just like a legend here in Nashville from that, not to mention, that he got to perform and play with Elvis, but he was so funny. And, also I'm going to get his book because he also has a book. And it's one of the greatest titles. It's called From Elvis Straight to Jesus. Wasn't that it? Elvis Straight to Jesus. And Straight spelled like George Strait's name. Get it? Elvis Straight to Jesus. I love it, but now I got to get that book.
I know.
Because, he talks about kind of his whole career, playing with Elvis and, and then all these great people he's produced.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so funny and so much fun. And then, of course, Joel came out and spoke. Jerry Schilling came out and did conversations. And then was there anybody else I'm missing that was a guest on that?
Let's see. I'm sure there is.
I feel like
I'm sure there's someone else.
But it's just always great to hear from these people. Because
the editor of Epic.
Oh,
the
yes.
editor. Yes, because he was another highlight.
Yes. He came out and spoke. But it's just always so great to hear from these people. And every time I sit there and listen to them, I'm always just like kind of the same thing comes up in my mind. Like, these are all people that a lot of times, like I said, in their own lives and careers have had great lives and careers, like with Elvis and outside of Elvis. But every time they all come back and speak on these conversations, it's the same running theme. Like, they were friends of Elvis's, but you could also tell what fans they are of Elvis's. And you also get that constant running thread through them of just what an amazing human being Elvis was, how humble he was, how kind he was, how giving of his time, himself, his energy to everyone that worked with him, that he was, that, like Tony Brown literally said, he said, I get asked all the time about Elvis. How was Elvis? How was Elvis? And he said, Elvis was exactly how you would want him to be when you meet him. He said he's exactly what you would want him to be and expect when you meet him. He said, nicest, most humble guy. And I love that.
I do too, because the only other person, because trust me, Heather and I live in Nashville. We're around the music scene. We've seen and heard a lot of entertainers around here. We won't go into anything. But the one thing, because I always get asked about Dolly, I'm going to bring her up because I haven't shared on. I always say this, she is how every star should be. And I'm still Tony's thing, because I don't say it quite as eloquently as he does, but she is exactly in person how you imagine her to be. Just a sweet, kind, warm, friendly, funny. So I think Elvis and Dolly, I wish he lived, because I think they would have had a great friendship.
Oh, yeah.
I think they would have had a great friendship, especially in their later years. But I digress. Let's talk about the editor of Epic. I don't know. I forgot his name.
I want to say Jonathan Raymond.
I think you could be correct. This was also fascinating, and we got to hear his stories before we saw Epic, so that way we could kind of like watch for the stuff he was saying. I'm gonna tell you what, it's like they say, you don't realize it. Like when you're watching movies, of course, the executive producers, the directors, all of that get in the cast, kind of get the claim to fame and all that, but you don't realize the behind the scenes of how much they make or break a movie or a documentary, and the editing is one of the most important parts. How you edit it, like they say, can make it or break it. And I'm gonna tell you what, he made it. It was great. We're not gonna get into Epic. We're not getting into it. We're gonna skip past that today because we are waiting.
We'll touch on it, but
we'll touch a little bit. But I mean, we're trying to keep this spoiler free for all of y'all. They're gonna go see it in February. So, but I will tell you what, he was a great addition. I really enjoyed the conversations. And as always, Tom Brown hosted them all, wrangled them all in, did a great job, had the great questions lined up. So that was just a really fun event. We always love the conversations. So that was fantastic. And then I'm going on our thing, but I think we made a little pit stop that we didn't have on our.
Okay, Jonathan Redmond. Is that what I said?
You said Raymond, but
Raymond. I was like, when I started thinking in my mind, I was like, no. So yeah, I wanted to give him credit. Yeah. He was the Epic editor, Jonathan Redmond, and seemed like such a nice guy.
Yeah, he did. I think he was kind of in awe. Like I think
he was so nervous.
This is his first time, I believe, at an Elvis event, and I think he was kind of taken aback. Like, whoa. I mean, all these people, and they are diehards, and they are serious.
Well, I was thinking about that because, yeah, bless his heart, I was thinking about that. But for people that aren't in the Elvis world, like we all are, and you haven't like been in it, and you're not completely engrossed in it, I can't even imagine like an outsider coming in. It's like coming into the lion's den. Like, I can't imagine an outsider coming in to an Elvis birthday week or an Elvis week or Elvis event, because it's kind of like
a little jarring.
Well, it's kind of like awestruck. It's kind of incredible because you literally walk in and you see all these people that are still coming and that are still here for Elvis.
And so knowledgeable.
And so knowledgeable.
So knowledgeable. Yes.
Are so passionate.
So passionate.
Are so passionate. Are so excited.
And
like get so
detail. Yeah. They were hanging on his every word. Yeah. And I think he was kind of like, wow, you people actually really want to know what I have to say?
Because it was really cool also. And now I know y'all have all seen it, so it's not a spoiler. But also when he came out, and Tom interviewed him, we all in the audience got to see the brand new, bigger trailer for Epic.
Extended trailer.
Yeah, the extended trailer for Epic. Holy cow. And yeah, so of course, the audience was just like going wild screaming. So I think this poor little Jonathan was like, what is going on? Where am I? What have I stepped into?
Good welcome. Yeah. Welcome to the Elvis community.
And that's the thing, Tom told him, he said, welcome to the Elvis family. Because now, once you're in, you're in. Once you're in, you're in, and you can't get out.
Just when you think you can get out, it pulls you back in.
So, yeah.
And then before that, I just wanted to touch on a little bit because we don't have it technically in our schedule. But we went to the newly moved Elvis fan collectible show. Super great new venue, if you want to talk about it a little bit. I think it was called the King's Heart.
The King Palace.
The King Palace Event Center.
Yeah, it's literally like right up the street from Graceland. It's kind of diagonally from Marlowe's. I know a lot of you know Marlowe's and love it. But yeah, it's this new kind of event space center, and it was really cool. And it's going to be really cool because, I think this was their first year moving there.
Right.
And so I think as everybody kind of gets, more acclimated and stuff, that it'll get bigger and bigger and better. But it is such a cool space. Like when you walk in and it's like this huge area, and at the end of it, they have this big screen that can, have Elvis on it, performing concerts, whatever. And then even the floor, like has Elvis or whatever projected on it.
And it reminded me, if y'all ever seen that old movie called Saturday Night Fever, where like John Travolta's there at the discotheque, remember the floor and how it like lights up in squares as he's dancing? It's kind of that floor, but all Elvis.
Yeah.
So it was really neat. And it's a beautiful, very clean, spacious. If any collectors out there are thinking about, I don't know really how you get involved in it, but if you've got a big collection that you want to sell some stuff, I'm sure they would love to have you, and they would have plenty of room. It was really neat. Like, we love the Travel Lodge, and we love Dad's place, and that's very historic and has such a tie to Elvis. But it was really neat to see this brand new event center. And I'm telling you what, you can host a lot of stuff in there. We were even thinking about it. Some of the ETAs could have a great fan club party there. Meet and greets, all that kind of stuff. So it was a really interesting event center, and I'm really excited to see how it grows. Like I said, this was kind of their debut, and I think they're still working out the kinks, and a few people were a little, I don't know what to do, and about it and all that. But I think in future years, it's going to be a really amazing thing. Don't you?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
And then after that, of course, was our epic screening. There were 2 screenings. We went to the 8:00 for 8 and for Elvis. It did not disappoint, y'all. We did a little reaction video if you want to go back and kind of get our first thoughts as soon as we saw it. It was amazing. It is epic. I can't wait to see it again. I mean, February cannot get here fast enough for me so that we can see it. And we knew that it's going to debut February 20th, but now they're doing a bunch of special previews February 18th, which I believe is a Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. Y'all can tell me in the comments.
Yeah.
But I know it's the 18th. So have you got your tickets yet?
I hope so. Or did any of you all see it at Birthday? Did any of y'all go to the 5 or the 8:00 showing and see it? Yes, like Holly said, we absolutely loved it. It is always so just exciting and emotional and all the things when you see Elvis on a big screen and larger than life, because he is so beautiful. He is so beautiful and so captivating and so charismatic. And so, yes, to see him on that big screen, to hear him on that big screen is so incredible. I would say do this as well, because I'm going to do this before we go see it again. So this was our first time seeing it, but I am going to rewatch, because it's been a while since I've watched Elvis on tour, and That's the Way It Is. I'm going to go back and rewatch those before February. So then, I kind of have those fresh in my mind, and then can kind of see Epic. But yeah, we thought it was incredible. The audio, the video, the quality, the sound, everything. It was so great, again, to hear Elvis telling his own story in his own words, the way that, Baz and his team took, certain interviews and quotes and things that Elvis has, said through the years, and worked those into the storyline and worked them into the footage and everything. The way they did, from rehearsal to stage, back to rehearsal, back to stage, with the performances and the songs, was so incredible. Like I said, there wasn't a ton of new footage and stuff, but just the way that it was seamlessly put together and flowed, and it was so incredible. It was so incredible. And like I said, I laughed, I cried, I smiled, everything. I sang along, I danced in my seat. Yeah. So it was just an emotional overload.
Well, and it was such a great thing. Kudos to Graceland, number one, for having the screening. I felt like I was at a private screening, and it was a free event. All you had to do was call and get your tickets. Couldn't have been in a better place. The TCB showroom was amazing. I thought the screen, the sound, the seating, it all worked. So kudos to them. That was just a really lovely added bonus freebie thing for Elvis fans to enjoy. So that was really great.
Yeah. And, again, this is just such an exciting thing in time for Elvis, because, again, it's putting him right back in the forefront. It's going to, start that excitement and energy all over again for like newer fans or new fans, or people that are just getting into Elvis, or people that want to get into Elvis. This is just like, because literally after we saw it, all I wanted to do after we saw it was go back and listen to the songs, go back and watch, you know, concerts, go back and watch documentaries. Like I just wanted more of Elvis.
Yeah.
Because oh my gosh, he's just incredible. Like this literally when you're watching things like this and you're watching Epic, it just solidifies why Elvis is the legend that he is, why he's the king of rock and roll, why no one will ever top him. No one will ever come close to Elvis and will ever take his place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was just so good. It was
Yeah.
so good, so amazing. So I cannot wait for all of you all to get to see it. We can't wait to actually delve into it, you know, do like a in-depth review and kind of, you know, pick apart pieces and things and stuff with you all. So get ready, get your tickets, go see it in February so that we can, you know, then really talk about it and stuff. But I know you're going to love it. I can't imagine that you're not.
I think it's going to be a second tidal wave. Like, you know how the Austin Butler movie was the first kind of tidal wave that really got Elvis back in the forefront, made him current, made him, relevant again, and got him a whole new slew, a whole new generation of not only young fans, but I know a few people that are like, you know, I've known Elvis around, like they're not real young. But they'll be like, oh, I kind of knew Elvis was around, whatever. But yeah, but Heather, you lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
I think it's going to be a new tidal wave that even more fans, if you've got a granddaughter or grandson or even an uncle that, you know, is like, I don't like Elvis or never have, this is going to change their mind. So take them to it. So, all right. Heather, more on to it.
Yeah. So anyway, so Epic. It's epic. It's epic. Go see it. And kind of going right in line with that, the whole Epic thing is this new exhibit at Graceland. It is like incredible. You know, I'm always so excited whenever Angie Marchese and her team come out with a new exhibit at Graceland because you're always in for a treat. And Epic exhibit did not disappoint as well. That was one of the new exhibits that was released this year. And literally walking through it is amazing because it's literally all of Elvis's jumpsuits, some of the rehearsal outfits, some of the jewelry, sunglasses, the international belt, all displayed beautifully down this long hallway that you get to see up close and personal. You know, Holly and I talked about the exhibit. One of our favorite things was the rotating stands that they put some of the jumpsuits and the jewelry on. So they literally rotate slowly so you can see a full 360 view of the jumpsuits and stuff. But, you know, and then they have big TV screens that have Elvis, you know, the trailer for Epic and everything up there. And it's just so amazing to stand there and you're looking at Elvis in the concho suit and then you're seeing the concho suit right in front of you. You know, you're looking at Elvis in the, you know, red ladder suit and then there it is. It's just so amazing. So I did post a video about that. I do have some up close pictures that I'm also going to be posting. So I hope you all are enjoying that. And hopefully you'll get to, you know, go to Graceland at some point this year and see the exhibit for yourself in person because it's really well done.
There's nothing like it. Like we try to give y'all little snippets and sneak peeks and little videos here and there of the stuff, but there's just nothing like being there and being there in person to literally stand. You could literally put your nose up to the glass and stand 6 inches away from Elvis's suit and just marvel at it. But I know a lot of you guys can't. That's what we're here for. But if you can, try so hard to go because it is definitely worth it. It's so much fun.
Did you find that?
I did, and I took care of it.
Okay. So, and let's take a breath for a second because we've talked a lot about stuff. So I'm going to look at some comments, answer some questions, and then we'll continue with the itinerary.
Halfway through.
I know, but I'm seeing so many great comments and I'm seeing so many great questions and stuff. Just wanted to... Let me go back. Let me scroll back.
I saw a comment earlier. Somebody was like, they usually have their Elvis shirts on, but they have a different shirt on. We're sporting Dolly today because her birthday, her 80th birthday, y'all, is tomorrow. So we thought we would support our Dolly, Tennessee's favorite daughter.
Yeah, I know. I think the governor officially declared tomorrow Dolly Parton Day.
I'm so excited. She deserves that. I can't believe there's not already been Dolly Parton Day, but
yes,
thank goodness.
Yes. So let's see.
A lot of you guys have your tickets already. I love it.
Thank you for the stars, Colleen. We appreciate that.
See, Debbie thinks there's going to be another tidal wave again for sure. I think
Yes.
this is going to rev up some more and make the community even bigger.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Teresa says it was her friend's first time ever being at Graceland.
Mhm.
She thinks she's got her hooked. No doubt. No doubt.
Love it.
Marion says she loves the birthday weeks. Her last one was 2017. Well, come back again. Maybe next year. That, could be 10 years since you've been. Hello, Cheryl. Oh, congratulations. She's getting married on May 23rd. And her wedding song is going to be Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis.
Such an appropriate
Perfect.
song.
Perfect.
I know a lot of people, that was their wedding song. It's got to be up there in the top 10, like, wedding songs of all time.
Kim can't wait to see Epic. I know.
Tammy said she's like you. She loved it. I cried, I laughed, I had every emotion. She had the best quote too. We were standing around talking after Epic, and she said, "You know what? I never got to see Elvis in person, and now I feel like I have." And that is kind of the feeling that you get from it.
Yeah. Well, and like I said this on our recap thing, and I'll say it many more times, but like I said, they keep saying that this is Elvis in his own words, telling the story. And he is the only voice you hear in the whole thing. He's the narrator of the entire concert, documentary, film, amazingness, whatever you want to call it. But, Elvis never did write his own story or write his own book. Yeah. And to me, this is kind of like a audio visual book of Elvis. So
that's true.
Thank you, Sue. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. She says, congrats on your new correspondent position with Dwight.
Let's see. Everybody's got their tickets already. I'm loving this. I hope that this thing sells out in February because a lot of you guys already have your tickets. Brenda said it's not going to be released till the 26th in the Netherlands. So
okay.
Got to wait a few more days. That's okay though. Let's see.
I know a lot of you are saying you loved all the stuff at John Daly's. Hey, Teresa. We miss you as well. It was such a fun week. Such a fun week hanging with you. Let's see.
I know I'm looking.
I know Debbie. Holly, she's on a mission this year to see as many Elvis movies as she can. So she's asking, how many Elvis movies have you seen?
Well, honestly, thanks to Graceland. It's just, I don't know that I'm going to watch them at the house on like my small TV screen, just because Graceland lately has been doing such a great job of hosting like a brunch or a lunch, and like you can watch it on the big screen. And it's just so much fun to see it on a giant movie screen along with fellow Elvis fans. So I don't know. I might try to watch a few here and there at home, but I'm really relying on Graceland. I feel like I'm on a journey with Graceland right now for them to just keep showing me movies on the big screen. But I think I've seen 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So let's see. Everybody's saying they thought the cake was epic. They loved it.
Keith Alverson, thank you. He said we were looking good.
Oh,
so good to see you on here, Keith.
Linda Desher, I'm so glad that you're on here. So while you're on here, let me show this. So first of all, Linda says she went to a birthday show last night. She got to see Moses Snow, Ron Pelton, Cody Ray Slaughter, Jimmy Holmes, Sean Clush, and Stance.
Wow, that's a heavy lined up show.
Yeah. Well, I have to say thank you to Linda Desher, one of our OG Elvis besties, because when we got home from birthday week, the next day there was a package dropped on our front step, and I was like, what is this? It was a birthday gift from Linda, and look at it. I'm so excited about it. It is this beautiful Elvis purse.
Love it.
I know, it's so patriotic. I know, so patriotic. So yeah, and it's like perfect for the kind of the theme of this year, the whole like 1956 that we just celebrated at birthday. But yeah, like Elvis, 50s and all the like little jewels and stones and everything. And it's like all the way around.
Cute.
I know, I love it. So thank you, Linda. And it's red inside, which I love because Holly gets so mad at me because all my purses and bags inside are black. And then I can't find anything. I can't find anything in them. So thank you, Linda. I absolutely love this. I'm going to be sporting this.
Oh my gosh. Teresa said that I put the bell in your bag as an air tag that I could find you easier.
Probably.
True.
probably.
I do need to put a little tag on Heather because
Yeah.
I'll look around and Heather's like off a mile down the road, like videoing something or taking a picture, or it's
Mhm.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Trying to see. Yes, Jennifer, you should definitely do the bell ringing next year. It's so much fun. I hope the weather will be nice again.
Yeah. Kim's asking, do you know who makes those beautiful cakes? I can't remember the exact name of the bakery, but I've heard Alicia Dean talk about it before. And it is, I want to say, a mother and daughter there in Memphis. And they've literally been doing it for years.
Yeah, it's a local bakery there in Memphis.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, Sarah loved all the lives. Well, you're so welcome. We love doing them.
Yeah.
I know I like to go back and like watch them. And when I put them on YouTube, it's so nice to go back, whenever you want to and check them out.
That's interesting. I love that, Debbie. She says the first birthday proclamations were held on the front steps of Graceland. No tent. We just stood at the bottom of the steps. Of course, the birthday grew bigger over the years.
Interesting.
I like that. Karen, thank you for the stars. You're very sweet. Oh, hello, Brenda. Can't wait to see you here coming up in just a few short weeks.
I know.
She says Jim Murray and his wife Brenda are the sweetest. They seem so sweet.
Aw. Hey,
Right.
David, how are you? Glad you enjoyed birthday week.
All right.
That's
And
so good.
I will just quickly say, I don't know, there's somebody on here that's making,
I blocked them.
I know, but
You're going to have the haters.
yeah. So whatever.
Thank you to everybody else, though, for taking up for us.
I know.
So back to birthday week. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll try to answer them at the end. Or, this one. That's what she spends her Sunday nights doing, is going back and checking out everybody's comment and seeing what y'all had to say. But where did we leave off? Did we leave off with Epic?
We did.
Let me check
Yes,
my
we did.
schedule I have on my phone here. So then that leads us up to Friday the 9th, which we had a super cute event. It was the TCB lunch break in the TCB showroom. Very cute. We had sandwiches and chips and cookies, and they did trivia.
And this TCB showroom, y'all, I think it's going to be really cool. Once they get it kind of all completely figured out and solidified exactly how it's going to work and how it's going to be. Because it was something that, we just found out about in November. And they just barely had, kind of started working on it when we went to the lighting ceremony. And again, basically what it is that they have a theater over at the guest house, and they do like shows and events and stuff. But it had just like theater style seating. Yeah. And then in the front area, they have kind of a little balcony back. But in the front area, they took out all of those seats and then put in tables and chairs. So kind of making it look more like, Vegas style seating and showroom. And they started serving food and beverages during the concerts, shows, and events. And
I'm so mad because we didn't realize that. So you know us, we're getting there last minute. We're dying for a cup of coffee because, as you know, we are coffeeaholics. So I make Heather go and get our seats and get settled in. I run to the Shake, Rattle, and Go, which is the little coffee shop there at the guest house, to get our coffees. Race back, and Heather goes, we could have just ordered coffee here at the table. And I was like, wah. So,
yes.
In the future, I'll know that, and I will be having my beverage.
Yeah. But it's going to be really, really great.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great addition. I really loved it, like sitting at the tables and stuff.
So much fun.
Yeah. So we had that little TCB lunch break.
Then we had Elvis 101 with Tom and Angie and Patrick.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was so good, y'all, because this is always a great event as well, because this is where Angie Marchese literally comes out. She brings some gems and treasures from the archives of, items and stuff that she tells the stories and the history about, and you get to see them up close and personal. Patrick and Tom walk them around the
Bless their
room.
hearts. They do, and they let every single person in there take a picture.
Take a video, picture, whatever. And this year's was really themed all around kind of one thing, the fans.
Right.
And so it was called Elvis 101, Dear Elvis. And this is a brand new exhibit that Angie talked about that's going to be coming up next birthday.
Mhm.
So birthday 2027, it's going to be unveiled, but it's called Dear Elvis. And literally what it is celebrating all of Elvis's fans and all of the letters, the mementos, the items that they have sent Elvis and given Elvis over the years. And that was also an incredible thing because that's all the items Angie brought. She brought out items from the archives because not only did Vernon and Elvis and the Colonel keep everything as far as receipts, checks,
News articles, you name it.
jumpsuits, outfits, costumes. Not only did they keep all that, Elvis kept all the things that fans sent him.
That's sweet.
Whether it was a painting, a teddy bear, a letter, a postcard, he kept all of those, and they have those in the archives. And so Angie is going to take all of those and put them into this beautiful exhibit to celebrate the fans.
All of them, because there's a gazillion, I'm sure. But she's going to take
some
special ones from the 50s till now. And do an exhibit with those. And I'm gonna tell you what, some of them are so interesting. Like when I thought of fan items, I always just think of like a letter. Like, oh, the fans, because back in the day, it was big to do, they had fan clubs, and it was big to like write a letter to your favorite entertainer asking for like an autographed picture back or something. But oh no, not the Elvis fans. She brought out a beautiful sweater someone had knitted for Elvis that had all these fun sayings. I think Heather got pictures of it she posted. Elvis had that in his closet, y'all. They found that in his closet. There was like a little fan from Japan that how that thing made it through the postal system and is still here today. But there were so like many
scrapbooks that fans had put together.
Like huge, like thick.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really cool exhibit and something new, something different. But also we can all be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I know there was an article that came out in the Commercial Appeal, and some of you may have seen that. I think it was posted on Graceland Insiders and stuff. But yeah, Graceland is also wanting all of us to be a part of that exhibit if you would like. And so from, now for the next little bit, I think, Angie was saying that you can write a Dear Elvis letter and send it to him. If you have any, like maybe you already have a letter that you wrote to Elvis back in the day and you just never mailed it. Or
you have a copy of it.
Yeah. Or maybe you have something that, you made for Elvis that you always wanted to give him or you always wanted to send to him.
Yeah.
You can send it to Graceland and they might put it in the exhibit.
Yeah.
They might display it in the exhibit. And I think, if it is something you've made or whatever, Angie was saying that you can like loan it to them.
Right.
Like they'll give it back to you. After the exhibit is finished or whatever. I just thought that was really cool.
I do too. It's gonna be a great exhibit. It's gonna be so heartfelt. That might make me cry. Read a little fan letter from somebody. I mean, it's so cute. And then our friend Heidi of Tiny Graceland, they're going to be displaying. I don't know if it's the full thing. She's working on a full-on miniature scale replica of Graceland. I don't know if it'll be done by then because it's exquisite and it takes a lot of time. But at least parts of that are going to be displayed. So that's going to be really fun to see that. But it's going to be a great exhibit. We'll talk more as we hear more about it. And when Heather does her haul, I'm sure she'll show you her little letter and stuff that we've got. Yeah. They gave everybody after that a little letter with stationery. Thank you. Stationery for us to write on. And then too, if you're going to be at Graceland, they have a little mailbox set up that you can drop your fan note into. So that's a really cute idea.
So be thinking about your Elvis letter and write it. And then if you do go in the next few months to Graceland, because I know a lot of you I saw were messaging saying you've got a Graceland trip coming up. So write your little letter and then take it and drop it in the mailbox.
So cute. And I will say a little shout out to Angie. She was everywhere this week. And I will tell you what, it really added. Really. She literally, I think, made an appearance at every show.
With an archive
panel. With archive items. Like, even just like the concert shows. She'd make a special appearance. And it adds so much. It was so much fun. I mean, she could do it from here on out because Lord knows there's enough archive things to look at.
Yeah, she was everywhere. She was busy bee this year.
She was.
Yeah, she was like the Tom Brown and Dean Z and Patrick Dunn of this, like, you know how they're like anywhere and everywhere and they're always popping up.
You're seeing,
and you're like, there they are again. Now here they are.
So that's a nice addition.
Yeah, and then after that, what did we do?
We went to dinner at the diner.
Oh, y'all, this was so much fun. I know poor Holly, I sprung it on her at the last minute that I wanted to dress up for this dinner at Gladys's Diner, because the whole night was like 50 themed, because after that we went to a great show that we'll talk about in a second. But I told Holly, I was like, I love costumes, I love dressing up. And I was like, I really want us to go in like outfit, costume, whatever. So Holly hurriedly put together our adorable little 50 skirts, which I hope you all enjoyed the pictures and
They're
stuff.
not people skirts, they're Elvis skirts.
Yeah, they're Elvis skirts. But I loved them. I thought that they turned out so great and were so cute. And that was a great event too. So like we said, they had it at Gladys's Diner, but they had a little buffet set up of a variety of food to enjoy. And everything was so good. They had a dessert station. They had like, tea and soft drinks and things set up for you to enjoy.
Because everybody there was dressed up. We would have looked embarrassed. I would have been embarrassed if I just showed up in my Elvis t-shirt.
And then Rodney Pennington and some of the Infinity Band were there to sing and play music and sing and play 50 songs, and it really added. It really added to the atmosphere. Yes. I mean, I always love when they do that, when they have like someone, a band or an ETA or someone come and like sing while you're eating, and people loved it. There were people up dancing.
I know they were cutting a rug.
Yeah. It was so much fun. And then after that, we went to one of the first shows that they had planned for the week, and it was called Elvis 1956. So basically, this marks, what is that?
50, 60 years.
80, 90, 2015, 2026. I'm like so bad. I have to count 70 years. I was like, isn't it 70? So this year marks 70 years anniversary of 1956. And that was, really when Elvis like just exploded. As far as, his songs and, charting and, how many records he sold, all of his appearances on TV, from the Ed Sullivan Show to the Milton Berle Show to all the great shows that he was on and everything. It was just really a pinnacle year in Elvis's career that really solidified him as that was the rising of the king of rock and roll. And this show was so awesome.
I learned a lot. Like, I didn't realize 1956 had that many unbelievable historic moments. And Andy Childs produced the show. And when I say he did a phenomenal job, just the way the whole set was set up, like he was kind of in the corner. Like, I felt like I was at the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and he had a couch and everything. But he kind of emceed it as like a Johnny Carson type character. But yeah, and he literally went from January of that year to December of that year. And I learned so many interesting facts, so many different things. Of course, our darling Emilio Santoro was Elvis. And that was amazing because he's so great at that. And they had him, not like I said, the stage was set up with this big screen behind it, but the big screen, and I don't know how they did it, was like a TV, like an old 1950s TV. But it was like the show was live on the screen. It was like, almost like I felt like I was at a taping of a show. And I'm like watching the Johnny Carson person, Andy Childs, and I'm watching Elvis. Then they had the Blackwood Brothers Quartet doing all the background, 6-wire. So there was live music. Fantastic concept, everything.
It really was cool. Like, it just, like when you entered and then you saw that backdrop, it was just so like, whoa, this is really cool. This is really interesting. And like Holly said, it was almost like you were part of a talk show or a, one of those like old shows and stuff. And like, they literally, during the breaks and stuff, Andy had guests. So like Jerry Schilling came on and sat on the couch. Angie came and sat on the couch, and she had a couple of, really iconic, items from 56. Like she had that guitar, like the key that the city of Memphis gave to Elvis, or it might have been Tupelo. Gave to Elvis that year. Some like, his shoes that he wore. And then like Billy Blackwood came over, and he was a special guest on the couch. And so it was such a neat idea and show, and so entertaining. And like Holly and I said, we adore Emilio, and he is, I always call him my 50s Elvis, because he does such an incredible job with the whole look, the voice, the sound, the moves of Elvis in the 50s. And so, like, Andy would talk about like an iconic like moment or TV appearance or
Mhm.
something in Elvis's career during that specific year. And then Emilio would come out with the Blackwood Brothers Quartet and do, several songs and
Mhm.
stuff. But it was a really great show.
It was. And then
I loved it.
I don't even know why they did this because this was like a double whammy. Right after that was another amazing show, the Jungle Room Sessions with Patrick Dunn, Spencer Sutherland, Terry Mike Jeffries made an appearance, and it was all produced and hosted by Tom Brown.
Mhm.
Angie also made a special appearance. But y'all, that was a night of phenomenal shows.
And talent.
I know. I am officially in love with Spencer Sutherland. I'm going to be the unofficial president of his unofficial fan club. I mean, he's such an interesting performer. He's so unique. He brings such a fun, cool spin on the Elvis vibe and the Elvis world. And you can tell he's such a fan. I mean, it was amazing.
Well, y'all know I was giddy because y'all know how much I love Patrick Dunn. And it was so awesome to see him back at birthday week
I
this
need to
year.
get some coffee because I know you're about to say a whole thing about Patrick Dunn.
Oh, I don't think there is any, but okay. I mean, there might be a little.
I'll find some.
Okay.
Don't worry.
No, put it in this one.
Oh, pardon me.
But yes, I was so excited to see and have Patrick back at birthday week because honestly, y'all, he is one of the most entertaining, quick-witted, funny guys you will ever meet. Not to mention his voice and his range is just spectacular. But yes, this Jungle Room Session show was so amazing. And I loved it because they did a lot of those great songs, from that session. And literally song after song, Patrick and Spencer just killed it. I was literally like, are they trying to one up each other on who can, do better, sing better? It was just such a great show. It opened with Terry Mike Jeffrey. I love him. I know a lot of you all love him. And he is such an incredible performer, entertainer, musician. And so he came out and did a couple of songs. And he did this really cool song that actually Jerry Sheff wrote for Elvis. And I don't think it ever got released, but I think they recorded it during the Jungle Room Sessions. But it was called, I want to say, Holly will remember, I want to say like Fire Down Below. But it was so neat to hear this song performed and Terry to do it. And apparently years ago, Terry Mike actually recorded it with Jerry and the TCB band, like Ronnie and James, and recorded it with them. And he released it on one of his CDs. So dig back through if any of you all have, some Terry Mike Jeffrey CDs and stuff from back in the day. You'll probably find that song on there, but it was just so interesting, to hear that song. But yes, Patrick and Spencer just sang the roof off the place. I mean, the energy in the audience was just electric because they both looked so good, sounded so good. So job well done on the Jungle Room Session show. I'm really hoping that they might bring it back during Elvis week because I think a lot of you all would really love it and enjoy it during Elvis week. So yeah, that one was a good one. And that was a long day. That was a long day and a late night, but it was so worth it. Let's see. So while Holly's getting some coffee, I'm gonna take a breath and let me look at some more questions and comments because I saw so many. And I believe it was Debbie. She said that the bakery is Mom and Me. So that's the bakery that makes the cakes there in Memphis. So they do an incredible job. That's a talent to be able to make a cake like that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, thank you all so much. There's so many of you on here and there's so many comments. So let me try to catch back up.
So did Heather tell you that she loved Patrick Dunn? Okay, that's what I thought. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. I mean, y'all, it was just like, whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, like when he came out and he literally, Tom had him doing Hurt and Unchained Melody back to back. I was just like,
serious. That is serious.
Let's see. Oh, hello, Jeff. Hello, Sheena. Let's see.
I know, and thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Karen, for the stars.
We love to relive all these recaps. It's like we're back again in Memphis.
I know.
With you guys.
Yes.
So where'd you get to? Just the Jungle Room sessions?
I did, yeah. And what was it, the song that Jerry Sheff wrote that Terry did? Was it called Fire Down Below?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Oh, look, I was right. Fire Down Below. I know I was telling anybody out there that's a Terry McJeffrey fan. I was like, dig through your old CDs that he had because he recorded that with the TCB band and put it on a CD, so you might have it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to go on to the next day.
All right, then the next day, Saturday, January 10th, we started the day off with a fun little show called Girls, Girls, Girls. We didn't really know what to expect. But that was a really fun show. Let's see, that's the one that Patrick and Spencer and
Jillian
Jillian
Carly and
Emilio. They were all fantastic.
Yes.
So good. They did such good song choices. It was just kind of a more relaxed, laid back.
Yeah, it was at the TCB showroom.
Yeah.
Which I love the shows because that one and the Jungle Room session show were at the TCB showroom. And I love when they do the shows there because it is a more like intimate, like smaller kind of crowd. That's what I was talking about. I was saying that the Jungle Room session show was so much fun as well because I told them there was so much energy and electricity in the audience.
I know.
Like everybody in the audience was having such a good time and like we're loving the songs and loving the performances. Like it was so much fun to just, see the energy in the audience, not just on the stage, but in the audience.
Yeah.
And same thing with this Girls, Girls, Girls show. And I mean, wow. I mean, that was like triple threat going from Patrick to Emilio to Spencer. I was just like, goodness gracious.
I know. The only thing I can say, the worst part was Spencer only did 2 songs. He could have done 20 more and I'd have been happy. So
yeah,
that was another
and there's more, like we said, videos to come from those shows. And you all have like, stay tuned to the Facebook because you got to see these because going back for a second to the Jungle Room Sessions show and how great the songs were. Spencer Sutherland did Always on My Mind. And me and Holly and our bestie Teresa, and then a bunch of people around us, we were all saying, we were all saying what an incredible job he did, and we were like, he could re-record this and release it.
It'd be a hit,
and it'd be a hit.
It would be a hit today.
It would be a hit. Yeah.
He totally needs to redo that.
Yeah,
that was my most favorite song he sang.
Yeah. Yes.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. The Girls, Girls, Girls show was so much fun. It was such a good one. It was such a great way to kick off that day.
Yes. And then a lot of y'all are commenting saying, talk more about Terry McJeffries. We're about to get to him. So the next show that night was a show that Heather and I have seen different versions of. This one was called Made in Memphis. And it's a show where Terry McJeffries and his band fronts with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. Always a highlight. They always have kind of a theme. The Made in Memphis theme was all the songs had to have either been recorded, written, or performed in Memphis. Fantastic. I don't know that there can be that much talent in one family because I'm going to say he has a daughter I know that sings and probably plays a billion instruments. His son, she was out in the audience, but then his son is always on stage with him. He plays everything from the saxophone to the piano to the bongo drums. I mean, you name it, and he can sing. And then his sweet wife also can play the keyboards, and she's one of his background singers. So, I mean, the family, talk about talent.
Yeah. Well,
amazing.
This is always one of my favorite shows, too. Yeah. I think they, they've been doing it for like several years that we've been going, but I think they've, it goes way back or whatever. But, yeah, the combination of Terry McJeffrey with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra, it's just like goosebumps.
It's awesome.
It's so incredible. And they do this one at the soundstage because you got to have a big like stage and production for this one. But as I always say, Elvis's music lends itself so beautifully to an orchestra. And Elvis's music is so great that it deserves a big orchestra and sound. And I always love this show because like Holly said, Terry McJeffrey, if you've never seen him, look him up or go see him if he's coming somewhere near you.
Well, he tours with the show.
Yes. And I know Carol, our bestie Carol, she is a huge Terry McJeffrey fan. She goes to see him all the time. I think in Kentucky, because that's where he lives. But yes, I mean, he incredible. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard Terry McJeffrey not be spot on his vocals and songs. And, just when you think like, oh my gosh, is he going to hit that note or can he get any better? I literally looked at Holly this year and there were several songs that at the end, he like just hit these like notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy cow. So yes, if you are going to birthday or Elvis week and they're ever doing a Terry McJeffrey show, period, but especially with the orchestra, go. You will not be disappointed. And like Holly said, shows like this and guests and entertainers like Terry McJeffrey are always such a great addition and always a little bit breath of fresh air because, it's something different. It's, Terry Mike is not an ETA in the sense of, that he tries to look or sound or dress like Elvis. He just kind of, with his own voice and talent pays tribute and honor to Elvis and is a huge fan himself. And so it's always, a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. Love him. Then we had a really cute event. It was called Night at the Museum. And this was kind of hosted by Angie and the archives team. And, we always talk about it. We love going into Graceland or the complex, any of that at night. Something about nighttime just makes everything feel more special. And they did a really cute, it was kind of like, I can't think of that movie, maybe Jumanji or something like that, where like the things in the museum come alive at night when like after hours. So that was really cute. We got to go around. We had a tour guide, Sally. She was great. And they just kind of, briefly take you around and show you different aspects of the exhibits and stuff for you to see and tell you like little fun stories about each of them. And then they had some of the archives team that were like little characters, like somebody was a 50s girl, somebody was Jailhouse Rock Elvis, somebody was Red West, Emilio Santoro was Elvis. So like at the end of it, you went through the epic exhibit, and then it was like you were at that iconic after party that they always have videos on YouTube where Elvis is like shirtless in that like black leather outfit, and he's like chatting with like Barbra Streisand and Sammy Davis Jr. and all these people. So that was a really fun addition. It's a really cute event. And I think it's going to grow from here. I think they're it's in the stages.
Yeah.
They're trying
they did it
out.
Elvis week this year. We didn't do it. But they did it during Elvis week. And then I think this was only the second time they've done it. So yeah, I think they're still kind of honing it, trying to figure out, how exactly to make it work and what to do and everything. But like Holly said, I mean,
super cute.
It's always great to do events and things at night. I don't know. There's just something like so amazing about Graceland and Memphis and being right there, you know, when it's nighttime and it's dark, and I don't know, the energy is just there, so we really liked that.
Yeah, we loved that. That was really cute. And then after that, it was the last day, Sunday, but it was wonderful because we had a little breakfast at the TCB showroom. And then we had a gospel show with the Blackwood Brothers Quartet, which was a really great show. Very inspiring. I always love to hear Billy Blackwood talk about his stories of his dad and Elvis and their friendship. And they were friends for a lot of years. And it's just always amazing. Just the tie that the Blackwood Brothers have with Elvis and his family. I mean, they have sung for 3 generations of funerals.
Yeah, that's that's what's always so incredible because, I mean, all these quartets are so amazing anyway. And we all know how much Elvis loved a quartet and loved a gospel quartet and loved gospel music. But, it's always cool to hear from the Blackwoods because I think sometimes people don't know or they don't remember their long connection to history. Because, you hear a lot about like the Stamps, you hear a lot about the Imperials and stuff. But yeah, the Blackwoods were like really there from the beginning. And to hear Billy talk about like his dad's, connection with Elvis. And then like Holly said, the fact every time they say it, I'm just like, ooh, like when he talked about that, like the Blackwoods literally saying at Gladys's funeral, like Gladys herself said, when I die, I want the Blackwood Brothers Quartet to sing at my funeral. And so when she did pass, he said Elvis and Vernon chartered a plane and brought his dad and the Blackwoods to sing at Gladys's funeral. And then fast forward, Elvis's funeral. Fast forward, Lisa Marie's funeral.
Oh.
They sang at Lisa Marie's funeral. So that's just, it gives me chills and goosebumps, like just saying it out loud. So, wow.
And, they have a book out too.
Yeah.
That I'm sure delves deep into their relationship with Elvis. I'm sure it's a great read.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should check that out.
But they were incredible.
Yeah, their singing, impeccable.
Yeah.
Impeccable. And their song choices, I really enjoyed. So it was a really nice way
ending and Sunday
birthday
morning
week, all inspired, and it was really good.
Yeah. So can you tell you liked birthday week? It was, y'all. It was so much fun and incredible.
It was.
And like I said, all the people that they had were so great. Like, I really don't think they could have picked 3 better people than Emilio, Patrick, and Spencer to be the featured performers. And stuff
it was a good
for the shows and everything. Like, they just all, and Terry McJeffrey, like they all just lended their talents for each of those shows were just perfectly matched.
It was.
Like they were perfectly matched for the shows that they were in and everything.
And Tom and Andy Childs could not have been better for producing.
Absolutely.
It was great.
Absolutely.
Really great. So.
Yeah, and the exhibits were great. Like we said, we already talked about the Epic exhibit. The other new one, if you do go to Graceland, is like the Elvis 1956 exhibit. It was really well done with all the different, things of Elvis. Holly and I absolutely loved I guess you would call it memorabilia and things that were sold during that time.
Yeah.
Like Angie's put those on display and has like little cases with there was like an Elvis teddy bear. What was it? Teddy bear lotion.
And cologne.
Yeah, and cologne.
Lipstick.
There was like this. Holly and I are like destined. I mean, we were wanting to find this. It was like a little
overnight travel case.
Yeah, I feel like they used to call them something like maybe like
it's called a travel case or something.
Yeah, it was like the hard, like this big, and it's a little suitcase thing that has a little handle and like a little routine. Yeah, I'm like, I gotta find it. I need to find it. And it's got like Elvis all over it, and pictures of him. I was like, I gotta find that.
Yeah.
So
that's always interesting.
So let's say hello to a few more people and answer some questions because I see a lot of stuff.
I know. We have even more stuff to talk about, but you know what? We've kept you on here so long. I think we're gonna have to save that for next Sunday.
I know.
This was a lot, though. It's a lot to cover with birthday week. And it was a long one for us. So we had to get it all in there for you guys.
Oh, thank you all. Everybody saying we look so cute in our Elvis poodle skirts.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Christine says she sent Elvis a birthday card in the early 60s.
Oh.
Let's see. Early 60s. I had a reply, Easter wishes.
Oh, that is so fantastic.
I love that.
Aw.
Thank you all. That's very sweet.
Teresa said the night at the museum was so special for her. She got 4 kisses from Emilio.
Yeah. Everybody's saying Emilio was amazing. Of course, everybody's saying they love Patrick. Yes, Katrina. Radney does perform as Elvis. So yeah, he's a great musician. I mean, he can tear up a guitar. He can tear up a guitar. But yes, he also is an Elvis tribute artist as well. Does a great job. And I think he might do some other tributes. But yeah, the Infinity Band, amazing. And yeah, and also a big clap and kudos to them.
Yeah, they did great.
They did an incredible job.
Yes.
Our friend Michelle was filling in for their background singer. We loved seeing her. She did such an incredible job.
Everybody's somebody was asking about your lamp back here.
Oh yeah, that's Bradford Exchange. Yep, that's a Bradford Exchange special. Bradford Exchange, I could go broke.
I know.
They have some good stuff. It's expensive, but they have some good stuff.
Everybody's loving the recap. Well, good. And everybody's saying how Patrick and Terry Mike and everybody were so amazing.
Oh, that's the sweetest. I know. That's the thing I love about these ETAs and stuff too, is they are such great guys. They're so humble and friendly and take their time, to talk and take pictures. Debbie was saying that her granddaughter missed Emilio this year and she was so sad. So Debbie said that Emilio was like, here, give me the phone. Let's call her. And she said they tried to call her, but she didn't answer. She said Emilio took her phone and still sent her a personal message.
So sweet.
That's very sweet.
I love that.
Thank you, Bonnie. She's like, oh, Patrick Dunn is gorgeous. I would love to see him one day. He is worth seeing. He's worth seeing. And don't forget, we're gearing up for hashtag Get It Done. We're going to be talking about that in the coming weeks, our calendar.
I know. Well, we may have to push your, no, I don't know. We at Heather's Hall, I don't know. I think it's going to take a while to get through it all, but and we have so many exciting announcements that we really want to delve into. We got a lot, y'all. We got a lot going on. So the next few Sundays, stay tuned. There's so much going on in our world and Elvis's world and all.
Oh, I love that. Jane says Terry McJeffrey used to be on a show called Crick and Chase on CMT, and he was great on there.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Know that. He's another one that I'm trying to pencil in for our new interview series. Terry Mike would be a fantastic person to interview because he is so interesting and has led such an interesting life.
I know. I think it was Debbie or somebody was like, "Oh, they sound like kind of like the Osmond family."
Yeah,
they are super talented.
Yeah,
super talented family. Yeah, a lot of you love Terry Mike. He's so incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Pam. She's like, I could watch y'all for hours. Well, thank you.
That's so sweet.
Thank you so much. Let me see. Everybody's saying they love the new TCB showroom. They really like the shows and events there. Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. And, Dwight actually kicked it off. He was their kind of inaugural performer. He did a few shows even before birthday week in there. And I'm sure it was great.
Yes.
Hello, Brenda. Oh, no, she said it's her bedtime there, but she said we're 54 days till Dwight's VIP weekend. All
right. Well, do you want to, should we end it here? Or should we talk a little bit more about some upcoming? I don't know. What are you thinking? We have so many.
Train case. Thank you, Debbie. Train case is what I was trying to think of.
Oh, I'm saying travel case.
Yeah, I was like, train case was the word I was trying to think of. Thank you. Yes, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I guess you took it on the train back in the day before.
Well, yeah,
airplanes.
Yeah,
everybody traveled by train.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just trying to read really quickly. Everybody's like, no, keep talking. Y'all are the greatest. Y'all are the sweetest. Thank you all. We appreciate that. Because sometimes Holly and I are like, man, we were long-winded or we talked too much or whatever. So thank you all for indulging us. So, I guess we can talk about the VIP weekend.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll delve deep into it in a couple of Sundays.
Yeah, because we got exciting announcements.
Yes.
In case you all didn't see or hear about Dwight. We have another really exciting announcement as well. That's coming
that
up.
I've died, but we're gonna have to hold off because that is not all. That's its whole show.
Yeah.
Sunday special.
You gotta stay tuned. I don't know if we'll do it next Sunday because like I said, my haul's gonna take a hot minute. Yes. But we don't want to wait too long, to talk about.
We will say this. We will just briefly mention this. We are so honored and excited. Our first official social media correspondent job, Dwight Eisenhower's VIP weekend this coming March in Winter Haven, Florida. Y'all, we're going. We're going to be there. We are going to be doing interviews. We are going to be doing lives, reactions, shopping, food, you name it. It's like you're going to be there with us. But you know what? If you want to be there with us, you can.
Yes.
There's still time. Tickets are available. All y'all got to do is look on our site, look on Dwight's site. I posted a couple of posts back. Dwight and Vicki did an awesome, very informative Facebook Live telling you the rundown, kind of like we did here today, telling you everything that's going to be going on for his VIP weekend. We are thrilled. We're doing our very own Holly and Heather's Conversations on Dwight. It's going to be amazing. So many great people are there. Tiny Graceland's going to be there. Dorian Adler's going to be there. So much fun is going to be happening, and it's beautiful weather. It's a beautiful place. Y'all come with us.
Yes.
Get your tickets. Come on down and join all the fun. It's a very intimate 3-day weekend. It will definitely cure you of your wintertime blues because it is gorgeous in Florida. We will be talking all about it, though. I just wanted to make a brief announcement to say we're going to be there and that we're the official correspondents, but also to let you know, go on Dwight's site. It's Dwight Eisenhower on stage here at Facebook. It's Dwight Eisenhower, ETA on his Instagram. And then he also has a website, Dwight Eisenhower. All of the info, ticket info, pricing, events, it's all there. Go check it out. We would love to see you guys. And don't worry, we'll be doing our very own, what do you call it? Not recap, but telling you guys all about it.
Yeah.
Our own informative live about it here in the weeks to come. But it's less than 2 months away.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to go, jump on this right now. It is going to be such a fun event. We've never been to anything quite like this. You know, we've just started our ETA festival journeys. We've only been to the Nashville Elvis Festival so far. This is going to be, though, this is like a fan weekend just for Dwight, It's all Dwight, all day, every day for his super fans. We're so excited.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be incredible, y'all. And we can't thank Dwight and Vicky enough. But yes, I know a lot of you out there love the ETAs like Holly and I do. And you all are big Dwight Eisenhower fans because you know what a phenomenal talent he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, this is going to be a fun-filled 3 days in Florida with Dwight and Vicky. Some great music, some great shows, some great stories, great conversations. So it's all, you know, yes, celebrating Dwight, but also celebrating Elvis and his career and his love of Elvis and Elvis's music and everything. And so we could not be more excited and thrilled to be a part of this. And, you know, like Holly said, this is kind of our first endeavor outside of, you know, kind of what we do during Elvis week and birthday week. And, you know, that's kind of mine and Holly's goal with those things, is to always be kind of the fan perspective and the eyes and ears, kind of your backstage pass to all events and shows and kind of make you feel a part of them, you know, make you feel like you're there, you know, give you kind of a look as what's happening, what's going on, kind of our reactions, our reviews and everything. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing with this weekend and everything. And like Holly said, it just keeps getting bigger and better because we just thought we were going to be doing that, like social media stuff and just, you know, interviews and videos and recaps and lives and stuff. And then, you know, when they ask us to be, you know, conversations on Dwight, I was like, what? I was like, you want us to actually be a part of a show and a part of an event? Like you want us? So yes, I told Vicky, I was like, I'm going to channel my best Tom Brown. I'm going to channel my best Tom Brown and do my best job as, you know, a conversations with Dwight. And so, yeah, and we're going to be delving in and digging deep into, you know, this is basically going to be like a part 3 interview, but live in front of a big audience.
Everybody's asking on here. It is in Winter Haven, Florida, which I believe, if I'm correct, it's very close to Orlando. Isn't it within like an hour maybe of Orlando? But it's a small, quaint, kind of Stars Hollow type town. It seems like we've never been. We go to Orlando quite a bit. We've never been to Winter Haven, but it sounds so right up our alley. So quaint and cute. So we're excited.
13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yes.
So 3 days. Very like affordably priced.
Very.
The events and packages and everything. I think they also have a what do you call it? A
discounted hotel rate.
Yeah. What do you call it? Though, like a sponsored hotel or a whatever.
Flagship hotel.
Yeah, I can't think of the word. But anyway, yeah, they have like a hotel there that you get like a special rate and stuff with, you know, a code. I think it's like Dwight or DWI or something. But anyway, yeah, it is going to be such a fun weekend and such a great time. So if you are looking for something to do and somewhere to go, please come along. Please join us. Like Holly said, you can check out all of Dwight's social media and website to find out how to get tickets and stuff. There's literally a phone number to call and you'll be talking directly to Vicky. Vicky's doing all the booking for the tickets and the events and stuff. So when you call, you'll know everything because she'll have all the answers to all your questions of how to go and stuff. So start saving up your money, saving up your pennies, and join us in Winter Haven, Florida for Dwight Eisenhower VIP weekend. We are so excited about it. And I just can't wait to see what it's all about. Because, you know, this is something too that I've always found so interesting. This is going to be his 3rd annual. But, you know, I think it's so interesting that he started this and is doing this,
Oh, I know.
because like I said, so many of the ETAs have so many fans and people that love them and love going to their shows and stuff.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's one thing to go to a show or a festival, but it's another thing to have like a whole entire weekend just dedicated, you know, where you really get to get up close and personal with them. Like they're going to be like eating with us. They're going to be, you know, hanging out with us during the weekend and everything.
Well, like
So
you said, there's hundreds of people at these festivals and there's so many entertainers and it's so hard for them to get around to everybody. But this is a purposely done, very intimate, very small. There's only so many tickets allotted because he wants to keep it very intimate so that he can speak to each and every person that comes and have special moments with everyone and talk and laugh and joke and get pictures and whatnot with everybody. So we're really excited to see how this works and goes and stuff. And I know you guys are going to be ecstatic, and you won't be disappointed whether you're there with us virtually or if you're there in person. But everybody, oh, and Debbie said host hotel is what you might host hotel. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, if you need any information, it is in Winter Haven, Florida. It is March 13th through 15th, so you got a couple of months. You can ask us any kind of questions. We'll try to answer it to the best of our ability. But if you go on to Dwight Eisenhower on stage, like I say, they have done a very in-depth, informative Facebook Live, he and his wife, Vicki, so you can learn all about the nitty-gritty details with that. And we'll be talking about it pretty much every Sunday from here on out. Yes, we're so excited about it.
And as we get closer to it, we'll delve into kind of like some of the like shows and events that he has because they're really cool.
They are really good.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
So
but
all right,
you guys know about that because we are so excited.
Yes.
But yes, I feel like we have been on here for But thank you all so much. We love all of you all. We appreciate you. Thank you for always joining us, for liking, sharing, commenting. Stay tuned for more videos and pictures and things coming up this week. And then stay tuned because I know a lot of you love this. Next Sunday, it's Heather's Haul from Birthday.
Yes. And if you're new here and you have no idea what this is, subscribe.
Yes.
Follow. Hit the notification bell and you'll always be notified when we go live. So we will see you guys very, very soon.
Thank you all.
Have a great week.
Happy Sunday.
Bye.